name is Samantha.
I'm Alex.
I'm Monet.
And I'm Lynn.
And our topic is technology replacing us in the workforce?
Okay. So the Pew Research Center asked 1,896 experts about the impact of emerging technologies, and that they found that half of the experts envisioned a future in which robots had taken over the workforce. And so they are expressing their concerns about the robots, and another report found
A recent McKinsey report found that 30% of work could be automated by 2030, and up to 375 million workers worldwide could be affected by the emerging technology that is being implemented into our workforce through many different jobs.
So this graph shows us the average annual workers that were displaced between given time frames. Due to agriculture and industry, the change and all of the technology that people had with farming, all of the above. Between the 1900s and 1940s, about 40% of the labor force was displaced. And then from 1970 to 1990, due to like the manufacturing age where things were starting, like the big industry was starting to like produce, mass produce products. Nearly 13% of the labor force was displaced, and with construction 2007 to 2010, about 0.5% of labor force was displaced, and it's predicted that from 2020 onward, they named it the Great Transformation. About 20 to 25% of the labor force displaced.
Alright, so because technology is something that's ever growing and changing, it's so complicated, we came up with more than one solution. So our three solutions are a universal basic income. We wanted to promote further education for workers and alternative job placement.
For solution one, it's universal basic income, and that pretty much means that we would get a $1,000 monthly check from the government, and there's no test or work requirement. You just get a certain amount of money each month from your social security check, and there's no strings attached. Some pros to that is fighting technological unemployment, end abuse, and support unpaid care workers. Some cons are little motivation to little work, cost would be estimated $3.9 trillion a year, and inequality and philosophical arguments.
So our second solution is about furthering education for workers, because as of now, you go to school for 12 plus years, and that's all of the education you get, but in today's world that's constantly changing, that's not enough, because a robot could potentially take your job. So our solution is to implement e-learning, which is essentially online learning into the workforce, that you're essentially constantly learning skills that you need basically.
Going off what Lynn was saying, basically what we want to implement is a Duolingo type system. The pros of this would be that it's very adaptable, and we can tailor it to each job, employee, and anything else that the worker wants to put it towards. It's faster and more efficient, so we wouldn't have to get all these classrooms together. We wouldn't have to sit everyone down, hand out papers, do everything like that. We could just get them an online course, simply on a computer, on a phone, whatever we want to do. It'll just be on there and completely coded. And it's less expensive. As I was saying earlier, we would need the classrooms, we would need the technology, we would need the papers, the teachers. It would cost so much money to just do that when we could just put people online. But the cons of this is the lack of interaction with others. As we know, some of us in Spanish class, we do Duolingo. We don't really talk to the teacher, we talk to our phone. So, we don't know what we're doing really. And we fail to ensure that employees are learning, because like I said earlier, going off Duolingo, you can just do the test and go through. Like, it doesn't matter. You could look it up on Google and it wouldn't know. You basically be cheating, no one would know. And it would be little hands-on experience. So some people, they learn by diving in, going in there, you know, but we would have little hands-on experience with e-classes compared to inside the classroom.
So our third solution was to give workers alternative job placement. Susan Lund, a labor economics at the firm, pointed out Stanford University for finding that a machine could better diagnose pneumonia than radiologists. For those to be able to transition our workforce so that the people who are displaced are given a new job, which would bring benefits and avoid the downsides. Some pros are that it'll help us be prepared for when companies need or just decide to innovate their headquarters. No one gets kicked to the curb, so employees will have somewhere to go when this happens. Some cons are it would be a very complicated process to get all of the workers a specific job that they choose or that they're assigned, and it'll take a lot of resources to get this all organized.
So, as for which solution would work best, we wanted to implement all of them because technology is taking over the workforce, and there's not a lot that we can do about it. And also, like I mentioned before, technology is a field that's constantly expanding because of all the research that's being done and all of the different perspectives. So yeah. And also, if we want to have a job, we have to acquire new skills in order to keep up. But the thing is, there are both benefits and costs to this new technology, but it won't take away every job. And on the next slide, you're going to see a list of jobs, of high-paying jobs that technology won't be able to take away. So yeah.
Going off these jobs, as you see, they are very high-paying jobs, and most of these jobs, when you look at them, you wonder, how am I going to get there? Because some of these jobs, you would have to climb up in the rankings to get to. While people in the lower rankings, their jobs are just wiped out. So really, it all depends on how far you are on the status bar compared to jobs and stuff. So that's why we have these different solutions for different plans, different situations, and everything else.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, let me ask you all a few questions. So Lynn, how did the group decide to include Monet's perspective, lens, or conclusion into the overall presentation?
So Monet looked up a lot of different. So Monet looked up the Duolingo solution. So that's how we included her perspective, and we also included a lot of some of the examples that she provided and the evidence that she provided as well. So yeah.
Okay, thank you. And then Monet, reflecting on your colleagues' work, which one had the greatest impact on your overall understanding of the problem your group identified?
I think somebody who, in our group, who had the greatest understanding and really put forward a lot of effort into the group to help us understand would be Samantha or Lynn combined. Because while there are different sides of the spectrum to this, the people who are losing jobs and people who are gaining the jobs, Samantha did a really good job of portraying the people on the bottom rank. And while Lynn, she had an amazing presentation, amazing IRR on how people in the top ranks, like Trump and everything, are being affected by this, which is basically not.
Okay, thank you. Right, Alex, what is a way in which your team's resolution makes you think differently about your own individual research?
So I was pretty conscious about my research. I thought it was really bad. I didn't know if it was going to actually help us in the presentation, our final presentation. But I learned that some research is better than no research.
Okay, great, thank you. And then Samantha, having finished your project, what, if anything, do you consider to be a gap in your team's research that, if addressed, would make you feel more confident about your conclusion?
I think a different solution that we haven't quite looked into yet would be better because our solutions aren't really like final. It's just a simple solution for the time right now.
Okay. All right. Thank you all very much.